Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? This is Uncle Tim Reviews. I'm Uncle Tim. How you doing, Tim? First of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and commenting on the videos. Thank you for sending positive energy my way. Thank you for keeping me motivated to do more videos. I just want to say thank you. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends has been around for so long, it should be setting the standard with action figures. It should be setting the standards with scopes, paint jobs, and just overall price point. It should be setting the standard, but it's not. It's falling well below the threshold of just satisfactory. It's falling. Man, people used to be happy to get a Marvel Legend. Now when you get it, you looking at it and you inspecting it and you like, wait, hold on. I spent this much money on this? Now, these figures, I'm not just talking about on the secondary market where you find some of these figures for $80 and $100. I'm talking about just buying them from the store. You paying like $30-something for them. And you looking at it, the figure is lightweight. It's like a Power Ranger, but you know, it feels like it's so light and you like, damn, unless you get some figure that is actually worth some substantial size, it's like you just wasted your time. And this is why I'm telling a lot of you all, cherry pick. Marvel Legends done fell off. They're not carrying them in stores too much anymore, and GameStop look like they're clearancing them out. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, people say, hey, you can still order them. Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, but how long are you waiting for these figures? That's the thing. How long has Hasbro had us waiting? We've been waiting. Now we're waiting for more G.I. Joes because they start dropping reveals. And you sitting here thinking, when would these figures hit the shelves? The ones that supposed to have been dropped this year haven't even dropped yet. And you sitting there thinking to yourself like, wow, what is really going on? A toy store that doesn't make toys. Toy store? No, toy company that don't make toys. They blamed it on the pandemic. They blamed it on the lack of drivers. They blamed it on a lack of, dock workers, at the docks because of the pandemic, Family, they done blamed everything under the sun. And, in this particular situation, you can't blame no more, people. Look at their Star Wars Elite line. I mean, Elite. Star Wars Black Series. I think Disney should be saying something by now. You have the license for their Marvel, their Star Wars, and this is what you're doing. You're not even producing figures. You're not even putting merchandise out. These are intellectual properties that could go to somebody else who could actually put the merchandise out. I believe if Star Wars licensed their figures out to McFarlane, I believe he would have all those figures out. You get what I'm saying? If G.I. Joe was licensed to McFarlane, those figures would be out. The job of a toy company is to put out toys. It's just like a business. A business job is to put out the product for the consumer to buy it and pay for it so they can make profit. That's the sole purpose of this situation. But you know what? It's like Hasbro don't understand. They don't care. They gave up. That's what it seemed like. And they steady showing us with these Hasbro Pulse reveals, all this wonderful stuff that they got coming down the pipeline. But it's like a pipe dream. When would you actually see this stuff? When would it actually be revealed onto the shelves that you say, oh, now I'm living in Missouri, the show me state. I could actually see these items on the shelf. You can't see no items on the shelf that ain't there. You got people out there at Targets and things like that are, carelessly putting stuff out that's street dated. And, they end up having to sell it now, But, people are so upset because, you got dedicated collectors out here who actually been waiting and patiently and respectfully. But you know what? It's like the companies don't care because they don't have to. It's all about the dollar, and it shouldn't be. Fam, we've been waiting patiently for so long, and we've been getting spit on. It's like no one really cares, and people talking to me about the Marvel Legends situation saying that, hey, you should be a little better, you should know what's going on. Fam, I don't know what's going on because, like I said, I'm new to this myself. I'm new to this situation because when I was collecting in the beginning, toys were on the shelf. That was the main focus, was to get the merchandise onto the shelf. I understood it was a Toys R Us, KB Toys, FAO Schwarz. It was just dedicated toy stores. And you know, KB Toys was in all the malls. They had liquidations on all type of figures, and you know, you was getting big, just dumpster bins of nothing but action figures, you know, just picking them up. Toy Biz, when they were around, Playmates, they were making sure that all their products hit the shelves. Kenner, they had their products on shelf. You look at any of those behind the scenes, you know, the toys that made us, they tell you our number one job, even with He-Man back in the day, our number one job was to put the product on the shelf, to make sure. Because, you know, the reason why they got so many He-Man and Skeletor now, because back in the day, one of the reasons, this is just one, this is not the reason. Back in the day, they put He-Man and Skeletor onto the shelf, and you never seen neither one of them again. It was so hard to find a He-Man. I'm talking about the real He-Man. I'm not talking about all the battle action He-Man, Thunder Punch He-Man, Terraclaw Skeletor, Upside Down Skeletor. You know, it was hard to find that stuff. But now everybody's trying to make up for some of the mistakes, but some of the companies out here are slipping. You know, bad scopes, bad paint jobs, and high-ass prices. It drives the consumer away. Products are sitting on the shelves now. Not Marvel Legends. They're not there. Power Rangers are sitting on the shelf. They sitting there just like the WWE collection. Those wrestlers are sitting on the shelves because they're too damn expensive now. Except for the basic figure. And the basic figure look real basic. You know, so you're trying to figure out how to cherry pick when there's nothing to cherry pick. See my point? You can't cherry pick when there's nothing. Fam, I think Hasbro needs to sit down, restructure, reorganize, regroup, and come back with a better game plan. Stop showing us figures and you're never going to release the merchandise. The shelves are bare. You know, when the Target actually carried these Marvel Legends, you couldn't find one. All you found was weird figures and weird boxes that somebody switched, you know, the figure in and got their money back. You just sitting there like, man, y'all playing, right? Y'all let them do this. Fam, this was what it is. You know, a lot of people are saying that Marvel Legends are DOA. You know, again, that's their opinion. You know, I don't think it's gone. I just think there's a bad situation going on with a lot of horrible people in charge. I think the leadership need to be changed over certain divisions, certain group of toys. I think certain people who are really interested in putting the merchandise out, getting it to the consumer, need to be in charge. You don't have random people like the toys that made us. They were talking about Barbie. They were talking about Barbie in a competition. You know, they had these rock style dolls that Barbie was competing with. And, you know, like the person that was in charge of the Barbie line, she was like, hey, let's get some guitars from these other little things and put them with the Barbies and make them a band. Let them compete against each other. Barbie outsold all of them. Why? Because they did the exact same thing they were doing, but with Barbie. Barbie smashed them. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is how Todd McFarlane is actually killing the competition, because he's getting the product to the shelf. It's just like if you go to a comedy club, the way they make money, like if you got a big time entertainer performing, like we say like Eddie Murphy or somebody, or Amy Schumer, you know, or Dave Chappelle. So you get these people there. The way you can tell if you got a real star in the room is ass and seats. There shouldn't be no empty seats there. When you got empty seats, that means this person is not as a bankable talent as you thought they were. And this is what I'm saying. McFarlane got people beat. He got product on that shelf. He's showing it. Now, you know, you can go to different Targets or Walmarts and you find different figures, and that's the way it's supposed to be. You go to different Targets and Walmarts and you can't find no Marvel Legends. You can't find no G.I. Joe Classified. It's hard to find the Rangers. But now that the prices are so high, You can find Power Rangers and, you know, G.I. Joe classifieds nobody want. Like Gun-Ho and Scarlet and Snake Eyes the movie and Storm Shadow the movie. Nobody ain't looking for that. And Baroness, nobody looking for those. Or from the regular classified line, you got what? Cobra Commander, Lady J, and Flint. Ain't nobody looking for those figures. Fam, this is what I'm saying. They need to regroup and get their act together before they start losing money. You make record profits, then all of a sudden, sooner or later, by not having any product out, you can't sell what you ain't got. It's going to be something different in a minute. But till later, fam, thank you for watching. Peace out.